Good morning, Hoosiers, and welcome back to the Bloomington Breakfast Club. I'm Julianna Mary.
And I'm Michael Skiles, and I cannot believe that this is the final episode of Season 7.
It has flown by, and to celebrate the finale, we are excited to be inviting a few of our behind-the-scenes crew members to join us in the studio.
This show is packed with the unnecessary updates, the B-Town buzz, a season recap, and even a holiday workout. Grab your cup of coffee, Hoosiers. You don't want to miss this.
It would not be the Bloomington Breakfast Club without mentioning a few interesting headlines from the week. It's time for your unnecessary updates with our correspondent, Asher Michelson.
Last one for the season, guys. I'm really excited.
I am so excited. So first, Ticketmaster is working on a plan to bring back concerts in 2021. They said they're exploring many safety features to implement, including contactless entry, social distancing, and COVID testing prior to the concert. They're looking into using a third-party healthcare provider to possibly handle this process.
I've been seeing on social media some of my friends going to kind of these drive-in raves where everyone gets their own area.
Wow.
Where they kind of these little gates off and everyone's 6 feet apart, so it's safer. But because I'm going back to Florida for my break in kind of Fort Lauderdale area, I might want to do something like that because that sounds fun to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea of getting these little sort of party plots that are kind of separated and allow you to just kind of have fun in your own kind of personal space. I really hope if they do that, I hope that COVID testing is thorough and that, they're really careful about it and make sure that they don't just take the lazy approach. Because I've been to some other places that are just, you walk through and they don't even check your temperature, but they say they do. And I mean,
right.
I hope it's a meaningful sort of thing.
Yes, yeah. I completely agree. And I think that, I think a lot of businesses will be following suit in using these third-party healthcare providers because those are the ones that can really handle that much data and that much coordination with even contact tracing.
Of course.
That it'll be interesting to see what kind of businesses arise from that new need that COVID has brought.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys know me. I always like to bring in some of the weird news. So
yes.
I've got another weird one for you and kind of a weirder one later as well. But apparently a Japanese town has started making these robotic wolves in an effort to steer off all the stray bears that come wandering into town.
This sounds like an anime plot. This doesn't sound real.
It really does.
Is this a real problem? Do I just not know about this? I haven't heard about the bear issue.
Well,
but
that's the surprising thing about it is that it actually kind of works because these things, they look absolutely terrifying. It's if you take a Wolfman mask from Halloween, from a Halloween store, put it on a thing with these speakers that say wolf noises and stuff. It's got infrared cameras to detect bears, and anytime anything that's living walks in the area, it makes a really loud roar, growling noise.
So it's like an animatronic, it's not actually gonna chase them and
It's like a scarecrow. It's
okay.
On a post, But I mean, imagine walking in the night in Japan or something, and you run into one of those.
I'll have to make sure that the next time I'm walking.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Next time we're
Very
walking
creative.
in Japan.
This update is definitely not unnecessary, but I thought it was worth noting. Indiana University has put up its first statue of a woman on Thursday. The statue was of Eleanor Ostrom, a 2009 Nobel Prize winner and a former IU professor. She will now sit behind Woodburn Hall in the Ostrom Commons.
I mean, it's about time, but
right.
It's a beautiful thing to have. We need more representation on campus of more diversity. Being a cis white male, it's something that I don't really think about often, so it's something that I should be thinking about more often is the fact that, we have Herman, we have Ernie Pyle, we really should have more statues of influential IU women on campus.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm shocked to hear that because I really would have thought that this would have already come. This would have already happened. I'm really kind of surprised. I never really thought about it, but now that you mention it, I mean, great step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm going to go see it later today. I'm excited.
There you go. Well, I'm not sure how picky you guys are about your liquor, but if you're looking for something a little bit more different, cutting edge, new. Well, the world's fastest bourbon has just landed, okay? And it is this, essentially what happened was 2 U.S. veterans came up with the idea to load casks of aged tobacco barn bourbon into a Harrier jet and fly it at 700 miles per hour. Apparently, they're saying that the pressure and the speed should do something to affect the flavor of the bourbon.
Interesting. I'm not a bourbon gal.
I
Do you like bourbon?
would never drink anything dark. No.
I don't really, yeah, it's not personally my taste. I'm sure it's very expensive also.
Oh yeah, it's $145. But, you know, proceeds go to Semper Fi and the America's Fund. So it goes to helping, you know, wounded veterans and all that. So it's a good cause, but, you know, for me, I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a bourbon that's been, you know, on the ground all its life or in a 700 mile per hour Harrier jet. You know, it'd be wasted on me.
I take my $2 gin and tonics and I'm good to go.
There you go.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, in some other unnecessary news, Britney Spears loses her court appeal to remove her father from conservatorship. A judge in Los Angeles upheld Britney's father in his role as the conservator of her legal estate and as his guardian, but said they would consider future motions to remove him from the role. The hashtag Free Britney movement has been all over social media in full force. It was trending all over yesterday. I feel really bad for her. I mean, she seems like she's in a good place. There's been all these conspiracies about like what she's wearing, if it's like saying that she's like not in a good space, if she is in a good space. I mean, she went through what she went through in 2007, 2008, but it's 2020, almost
Right.
2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this conservatorship has been so long standing at this point that you have to wonder if it's still needed and necessary in her like life and everything. And it definitely, I mean, if she's seeking out measures to go against it, then I think that shows that she has enough free will to, you know, be her own person and be independent from her dad.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I haven't heard from Britney Spears in a while. I haven't heard from her for a while, but I know, you know, I haven't really followed her through her life that much, but I know that she's had a lot of difficulties and bumps along the road, so it's pretty rough to hear that she's still having some struggles out there.
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, her fans are really Free Britney, so hopefully they are able to speak out and get some action against this.
Well, there you go. Let's see what Hoosiers think of these updates. It's time for Asher Asks.
Hey Hoosiers, TBBC correspondent Asher Michelson here, back with the last episode of Asher Asks for this season. We got some great topics today, and it's a super windy day, so let's see what people think. In the news recently, Britney Spears just lost in court. The Free Britney movement is currently back in full force. Her father still has her conservatorship and still owns all of her money. Do you know about this? Do you care about the Free Britney movement?
Yes, I do know about the Free Britney movement and about the conservatorship, and I definitely agree that her father should not have the conservatorship.
I've heard about it. I've heard that her dad has been like controlling her, and I think that's been on social media like a couple of years ago, but I haven't heard anything recently about it, and I did not hear about how that recently happened, but I did know about it.
I am sad. Free Britney, I think. Yeah, I think it's messed up.
I think I can echo the sentiments of many Americans since that classic YouTube video, Leave Britney Alone.
Also in the news, Ticketmaster is saying they're going to bring back concerts in 2021 using little fences, bubbles, and also requiring face masks. Would you feel comfortable going to a concert during this, or do you guys still scared about the COVID situation?
I mean, I'm not going to go to a place where there's a bunch of people who are probably drinking without their masks on, so I won't be going.
I don't think that's really my style, so no.
As a performing musician myself, I think I have to say yes, because I hope that people would come to performances that I would be giving sometime in the near future.
I don't think I'd be comfortable going to a concert. One, because I would have been wearing a mask, and I feel like that would be hard to like really enjoy it with a mask. And also, like, I don't really go to that many concerts anyways, so...
There's been so many men all over campus, statues for Ernie Pyle, Herman. This is the first ever woman. Why do you think it's taken IU so long to actually create a statue erecting of a woman?
I have no clue. Should have happened sooner. But maybe it's because a lot of men were the people donating before. I'm not sure.
Why it's taken so long, I really don't know. I think it probably should have been done sooner, but I'm glad that it has been done now.
Where people like tend to not give credit to the whole group behind a success. So like if there was like a man at the front of a movement, all of the men and women behind that one person, like Herman B. Wells, for example, there was probably a big support system that probably was not just men and included women, but there's only one person recognized.
So Hoosiers, the Free Britney movement is still in full force. You may or may not feel comfortable going to a concert from Ticketmaster's precautions, and it's about time we have some more female representation and power on this campus. We hope to see more in the future. Thank you for watching this season. I'm Asher Michelson. Back to you in the studio.
The show truly would not go on without all the help from our amazing crew. So we thought there would be no better way to celebrate our season 7 finale than to invite some of the crew members on to discuss the season. Joining me in the red chairs, we have our editor, Morgan Ashtari, and correspondent, Caroline Parks. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Thanks for having us.
I'm so excited to have you guys on the other side with me. So to start off, what has been your favorite episode this season?
My favorite was definitely when we went out of studio to Switchyard Brewing Company. I thought it was so cool to talk to the owner and hear about his entrepreneurship story in Bloomington. And it's always fun to just get out of the studio with everyone. So I loved that one for sure.
Yeah, no, that one was super fun. I think for an in-studio, when the witches came a couple weeks ago for our little spooky episode, we didn't really know what to expect, what was going to happen, and they just shared some interesting things that none of us really knew before. So.
Yes, I definitely loved both those episodes. I feel like we've been able to find so many things going on around campus this semester, even with all of the COVID restrictions. I have to say one of my favorite episodes was probably when the designers from Designed at 5 a.m. came on. They were just the best guests. They even brought our whole crew shirts to wear and everything. So they were really excited about it. And I think that those are always my favorite guests, is the ones that are super excited about being here. So Caroline specifically, everyone knows she does B-Town Yums with Caroline, which is one of our new segments this season. What has been your favorite food that you've tried during that segment?
Oh my gosh, wow. Well, I don't think I went to one place that I had been before, so I got to try so many different things, but I think my favorite was probably the taco truck segment and La Poblana taco truck. I think I've gone there at least like 3 times since I shot it, and I brought all my friends, so definitely my favorite. It was so fun and so good.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Hopefully some of our viewers have also gotten to try that. Morgan, you have been on the crew for about 3 years now, which is kind of crazy. We kind of joined at the same time. And what do you feel like the show has taught you in being involved in this?
Yeah, no, I think it's been an amazing experience. I've got hands-on different opportunities here. That first meeting we went to, they mentioned they kind of needed an editor. And little sophomore me was like, yeah, I can do it, please. And they showed me how it was done, and I've been doing it ever since. I love it. I talk about it in my resume and all my cover letters. This past internship that I'm in right now, actually, during the interview, just asking about my experiences. I talked all about this, all you guys. And yeah, and now I'm an editor for a production company in LA, and it's been super exciting.
Yeah, Morgan was actually supposed to be doing a semester in LA this semester, but she unfortunately, but fortunately for us, had to stay back, but she's been able to be our editor and edits every single show. So I really appreciate you guys so much for all the work that you put in, and I'm glad that we got to highlight you guys. Yeah. So now that we've learned a bit more about what goes on behind the scenes, Michael and I are going to take a look at some of the best moments of season 7. Well, Michael, let's take a look at season 7.
Let's do it.
Welcome back to the Bloomington Breakfast Club. I'm Julianna Mary.
And I'm Michael Skiles. Today in the studio joining us, we have Designed at 5 a.m., the co-president of Yes Theory IU,
Founder and president of the Switchyard Brewing Company,
Witches from the Coven of the Phoenix, co-founder of Connection is Power.
Grab your cup of coffee, Hoosiers. It's going to be a great morning. Let's kick the show off with this week's Unnecessary Updates.
With a live snake around his face, using it as a face mask.
I think it'll be a big hit. I loved her last album. I'm excited for the new one.
Dogs are, first of all, incredible. And also, how can I train my dog to do this?
You know, when you steal from an art museum, you think that, oh, it's got to be worth something.
Let's see what the Bloomington community thinks with Asher Asks.
Party on an island.
I would.
Yeah, absolutely.
For your birthday, I'd party on my own island.
Not a big fan of bread. The only bread I really like is Panera's bread.
But the audacity of that guy, that's so powerful.
This has been Asher Asks. Back to you guys.
Welcome to B-Town Yums with Caroline. Today we are
taco trucks, everything donuts, different chocolate and candy shops.
We just wanted to kind of create a cozy like coffee shop atmosphere, but with tea as the featured product.
Here at Soul Juice, we're just trying to offer a little bit healthier alternatives.
Stay tuned to see what we try next week.
We are so excited to announce our new segment, B-Town Buzz.
On Friday night, the Bloomington Trivia Series will be hosted by Skip Daly. The Bluebird will be hosting the Hair Bangers Ball.
Switchyard Park will be hosting the Howl at the Moon Glow-in-the-Dark Dog Walk. The Bloomington Winter Farmers Market will begin. That's all the B-Town Buzz we have for you this week, Hoosiers. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode
of the Bloomington Breakfast Club.
See you next week, Hoosiers.
It has been such a great season, and I'm so proud of our crew for all that we've accomplished this year and all the obstacles that we've had to overcome this season. But, of course, it would not be season 7 without our newest segment, B-Town Yums with Caroline. So, Caroline, what do you have for us this week?
Hey guys, welcome back to B-Town Yums with Caroline. I'm so excited to be going around Bloomington today and trying some different tea shops, so stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm here with Allison, an employee at Bloomington. Thank you so much for having us. Is there anything you could tell us about the place, just kind of what you guys do here?
Yeah, so we have more than 100 loose leaf teas that we sell. You can sit and get a pot or a cup, or you could take loose leaf tea home to brew it at home. We also have a selection of baked goods. We're launching a new gluten-free baked good line. So we've got pineapple upside down cake, brownies, muffins, quiche, things like that. So it's just a nice place to come and sit and study and work.
I love that. That's amazing. Do you have a favorite tea?
I really like the rose petal black tea, which is a black tea with rose flavoring. It's really nice and floral.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for having us. Guys, come check out Bloomington. Hey guys, I'm here with Jessica, the owner of Cup and Kettle Tea Co. Thank you so much for having us. Could you just tell us kind of how you got started and what you love about the place?
I got started probably about 5 years ago. We just wanted to kind of create a cozy like coffee shop atmosphere, but with tea as the featured product. So that was the whole.
I love that. Do you have a favorite product or tea you guys sell?
Right now it's the Pu'er Vanilla. It's like a dark tea, and it's got vanilla, peppermint, and a little bit of licorice root. That's my favorite.
Well, thank you. I love that. Guys, come check it out. Thank you so much for having us again. Thank you guys so much for joining this season of B-Town Yums with Caroline. This has been Caroline Parks for the Bloomington Breakfast Club.
We're here with our very own Bloomington Breakfast Club executive producer, Amy Gallagher. Welcome to the other side of the cameras, Amy.
Oh, I'm so excited. Thanks for having me out here today, Michael.
So I heard you got a special sort of holiday workout prepared to help us burn off that Thanksgiving feast. You want to go ahead and demo that for us today?
Yeah, of course. You know, you eat so much food at the holidays, so I just wanted to give you some of my favorite moves to do while I'm home. So as you can see, we have these fun chairs out because I don't know about you, Michael. Do you have tons of like workout stuff at home? Like I don't really have.
I don't. It's tough to fit into like a college-size apartment.
Right. Whether you're in your college apartment at home, most people have chairs. So we're just going to do a couple moves in these chairs. But first, always important to warm up. Get your heart rate up. Right. So let's just do some high knees real quick. Are you good with that?
Yeah. I'll try to keep up.
Okay. Let's hit it, Michael. Are you excited for Thanksgiving this year?
I am. Especially now with this.
When you're doing these high knees, you really got to think about all that pie you're going to eat. I'm a pumpkin pie girl myself.
Hey, that's my favorite.
Oh, love it.
That's why I love Thanksgiving.
All right, I'm feeling warmed up. Are you good?
Oh, I think I'm good.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. So some of these moves are going to target all different parts of the body because, you know, you might be lazy, you might not be feeling like much. So here are some moves to target upper body, core, and lower body. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so my first one, I love working out my arms. I think it's super fun. And tricep dips are super easy. So basically what we're gonna do, kind of hang off the side of your chair a little bit. Okay. Stick your legs out in front of you, make sure your chair doesn't tip over. We're just gonna bend down, get a nice 90-degree angle going here. Really working the triceps. Do you feel it? Feeling the triceps?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
So you can kind of do as many of these as you feel like it. You could do like 3 sets of 10. You could go until you really can't go anymore. But this is a
I'm getting there.
to tone up those arms, look cute in a nice sleeveless top for the holidays. So that's one. That's one. Getting a little out of breath here. Oh my gosh. Whew.
Same here.
Whew. Okay. Now let's move on to like core area, because you know all that turkey is might give you some extra stuff going on here.
It always does.
Always does. Always does.
A little extra stuffing.
So, so I like sit on like the edge of your chair a little bit.
Okay.
Right. Got it. And then just kick your feet out and bring them back in. Get a nice little crunch going. This is a nice variation as opposed to just like a boring crunch. I get bored of crunches lots of the time. And this is a nice way to just switch it up a little bit. You could be sitting there doing your final assignments on virtual school, and you're like, you know what? I feel like I need a quick little workout. Push your laptop away, just get some quick crunches in.
What a great idea.
What a great idea. You know, and this is a tip for virtual learning all year. So there we go. That's a quick little core move. You're doing good? Can you make it one more?
I think I can. I think I can. Let's do one more.
So we're just going to do a traditional little squat. Are you familiar with the squat?
I am. I've heard of it.
Perfect. So with the chair, it's super easy because sometimes people don't get the form right. But this is pretty easy.
I'm probably one of those people.
Keep your feet hips length apart.
Okay.
And you're just going to squat and then make sure you touch the chair.
I'll do my best.
Okay. There you go.
Oh.
There you go. And that's all it is, folks.
What a neat trick.
That's all it is, right?
Yeah.
Pretty chill.
Never heard of this.
Same thing. If you're halfway through Thanksgiving dinner and you're like, oh no, the jeans are getting a little tight, just stand up at dinner, pull out some of these. You'll impress the family, burn some calories halfway through the meal. It'll be perfect.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. So, you feel good?
I do. I feel like whatever I ate this morning's gone. You know,
Perfect.
It's burned out. So.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, Amy, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having
and showing
me.
us. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a little out of breath. Showing this awesome workout demonstration. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Now it's time for the B-Town Buzz, where we highlight a few fun events going on around Bloomington this week.
For starters, the Cardinal Stage is having a Hansel and Gretel photo challenge this weekend. Friends and families are encouraged to recreate the classic fairy tale, Hansel and Gretel, using no more than 10 original photos. Participants can get creative with costumes, locations, and props to do the fairy tale justice. If you don't get these photos submitted, don't worry, you've got until November 30th to enter the challenge.
And on Saturday, the Lotus Education and Arts Foundation is hosting Lotus Wooden Lantern Workshops. Participants get to put together a framed lantern and create an outer wrap that will allow the light to shine through. The event itself is part of an initiative to bring the glow of lanterns to the Bloomington community.
If you're looking to get out of the house before that winter snow arrives, you may want to try one of the Cardinal Stage's walkabout radio plays this weekend. For a donation of your choosing, you can download an audio play that will allow you to listen while following a set walking route here in Bloomington. As the play progresses, you'll stop at various locations to imagine the scene unfolding in the environment around you.
And if you're looking for laughs, Brent Terhune returns to Bloomington at the Comedy Attic on Friday and Saturday. Terhune was just named one of Variety's top 10 comics to watch and is known for his satirical character and his blue-collar delivery.
And that does it for your B-Town Buzz of this week. Thank you so much for tuning in to the final episode of Season 7. Be sure to tune in next semester for more of all the latest on all things pop culture and Bloomington news.
We are always looking to feature local students, businesses, and organizations making a difference in our community. If this sounds like you, please contact our producer at amygala@iu.edu.
This has been Julianna Mary and Michael Skiles for IUS TV. We hope you have a safe and fun break, Hoosiers.